Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. As you can see, new look. Just decided, with all the stuff going on with the family, some of the changes that are happening, I decided to match that and make some changes of my own. So we're back to the clean look once again. I've been told many times that people do not like my beard, so you know what? Looking at the camera right now, I don't mind the look, especially because I've been losing a lot of weight. So it's just good for some good change, So, which is gonna be funny because this topic video is actually more about staying to your roots than anything. But we're off to get my brother once again. But I just want to do this video because this is just something that I've observed. It's not something that's necessarily that's being a bit of a topic lately. It's just something that I've noticed as of late, and that is, I think, the progression for indie filmmakers. I think we see a lot of times people who work in the independent scene sometimes get opportunities and sometimes get certain treatments, and I get why some indie filmmakers might want to progress to mainstream content because there's a lot more money to be made and a lot more opportunities that could be given. But I've noticed that with doing that, it actually gives you less opportunities, I think, and you're kind of now in that spot. You can't really go backwards after that point. Like one of the more recent examples I would say is David Lowery, who I actually like as a filmmaker. He's done some good work. He did a Ghost Story, which I really like. He recently did The Green Knight, which I found was pretty good. And he did a Peter Pan and the Peter Pan thing, Peter Pan and Wendy, which I heard was not good. And I'm just curious as to what his future holds. It's like what does he get to do? After such a thing like Peter Pan, does he just work around the lot and try to pick up other work with like Disney or so, or like? Because it just seems kind of like the norm. This happened with remember the whole Fantastic Four incident with I believe his name is Josh Trank. How the studio was interfering with him and how they abused his whole film. And then you see him outside of that, and he works on Capone, which I hated. I did not like Capone. It was really garbage. It's almost like they get swallowed up into the system and then they get spit back out, and the quality suffers, and also they're having to play with a certain budgets and certain things because they've worked on other things. Like they can no longer go back to their indie roots, and I like filmmakers that just stay within those confines. I don't like it when certain people just decide, I just want to go make some money. I want to be able to do like this and that, I'm not. I value filmmakers who stay true to their artistic merit. Like for example, I don't like this filmmaker too much, but hey, he's always done his own thing. Like Lars von Trier, for example. I don't really rock with him. I think he's kind of full of himself in some respects. But hey, he's doing his own thing, right? Like he does his own thing. He does his own visions. Like, he's not really operated on a big type of setting. He's worked with notable stars and stuff like that to get his films, more recognition. But the core of those films, those are not films driven by solely performances. Like those are films that are driven by a singular vision, a vision that I don't really love, but still it's a person's voice, and that's what I preach the most, is seeing someone's voice, not corporate interferences or just acting on certain types of mainstream mentalities. So Um, like I know the Safdies are working on another film, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little worried because they made a big splash with their last two films, like Good Time with Robert Pattinson, which was really good, and then you got Uncut Gems, which was also really good. So I'm starting to get worried. Like one of the best example for me was Denis Villeneuve. Like Denis Villeneuve was a guy who had his own style and his own craftsmanship, and like he always was nailing it, dude. Like Prisoners. I haven't seen Sicario, but I heard Sicario was really good. Arrival, Blade Runner 2049. I love Blade Runner 2049, and even in such a mainstream property, right, or within like operating with that kind of budget and stuff like that, he was still holding firm to his artistic values. He didn't choose to put those aside and operate on a certain mentality. Then you will go watch Dune, and it's just not him. It's more corporate. It's more just like par for the course. Certain formulas at play. Like I miss when I miss the or not miss, but I just wish that these people who are just they come from a smaller budgeted background, and they're working within the independent side of things. I just wish they held more firm to their artistic value. Like a person that I would say that actually kind of still, like I said, Lars von Trier is one of those that still kind of does his own thing. Gaspar Noé, I will also say, does the same thing. Like these guys, they don't lose their mojo. They're still doing films based on their own vision, their own style. And those are the guys that I kind of want to watch. I don't want to see somebody who's just saying fuck it, and just towing the company line or whatever like that. Like, but it just seems like that's kind of the fate for a lot of indie filmmakers. Like that's just like they just get swallowed up by the system, or they get brought on in these big projects, whatever like that, because they had a one film that kind of hit at a certain festival, whatever like that. Like I just wish that I wish that money wasn't the dictator, or kind of dictated to a lot of these filmmakers, like what they should or should not do. I wish they held a little bit more firm to their artistic expressions, but because usually when I see the leap to what they start off with to what they're doing now, it's just not them. Their voices are just gone. So like I value more. I'm just speaking purely from the art form itself, not about because if you got to make money, you got to make money. I get it, but if we're just talking strictly in the vein of the art of filmmaking, personally, for me, I am the kind of guy where I value more of my expression than I do how much I'm gonna make, because I don't personally view it as a job, like I know some people will view it that way, and hey, you might be able to still make some great work out of it. I'm not saying that you can't make good films, but it's to say that you're not in the right place, in my opinion. It should be, when you make something like this in this profession, you should be making it because there's something of meaning, of merit, of just purpose, really. And when I see that, being expressed on screen, that's when I find myself a lot more connected. I don't want to watch a film that's just being made for profit, or has those kind of sensibilities attached on to it. So it just seems like that's kind of what happens to a lot of these indies, these indie filmmakers. They just kind of get swept up with big companies, and most times it's like with Disney or with other people, and then they most times make a film that just flops, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, just based on observation, it's like they make a film usually that flops, and then they then have to now backtrack. They're like, oh shit, okay, now I need to salvage my career because now nobody wants to work with me. You know, it's like because once you get to that spot and that movie tanks, you know, because there's always that stupid belief out there where it's like, oh well, you'll get more opportunities because now you have this on your resume. It's like, well, it depends on the overall quality, the overall box office. Like, there's a lot of factors that contribute to it. If your movie fucking tanks, right? Like yeah, like no one's gonna want to work with you, you know, like because you haven't proven to be a financial asset, you know. So, and that's just to me where I'm just like, you know, I'd rather just, if I was somehow, some way within the system, I've already made it clear, fuck Hollywood, I'm not going near Hollywood. But if I somehow was towing that sense of, that line of, you know, of logic and stuff like that, just that mindset, I mean, I would just stay with the indies, man. I would just stay with the smaller peeps, you know, just, you know what I mean? Like, because it's also just, it just promotes creativity when you have, you know, when you don't have all the luxuries at your all the items at your disposal, all the money in the world. It promotes creativity, you know. And again, you see it in how time goes on when you have all these restrictions and you see like the most creative thing ever, to then going to see them working in a big Hollywood, you know, studio and a big movie and all that with all the money in the world, and they in all that room to do so much, and yet what's expressed is so little. So, you know, so it's kind of like a trend that I've been noticing with a lot of indie filmmakers. And you know, I don't envy them. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you gotta make money, you gotta make money. Like, I get it. But if it were me, I value more of my artistic, you know, values and expressions than for making money. And that's why I just also stepped away, because, you know, I don't want I don't want money to get in the way of, you know, like of me making things. You know, I want to make things just to make things, not to make a quick buck off of them or to pay off my bills or whatever like that. I just don't want to do that. So, but that's just my personal belief. But you guys let me know if you guys are actually in the system, or if you guys are indie filmmakers. I know that some people that I've known are actually making films. Shout out to I don't know if you watch this channel, but shout out to Ryan Harrison, right? Yeah, I think I got your last name right. He just got a film into a few festivals and stuff like that. I just saw it on social media. Congrats, bro. Congrats. It's really, really awesome. You know, so like, you know, like, I'll support anybody, you know, despite my, you know, what I hold firm to values and stuff like that. But, you know what I mean? Like, I got my own opinion, basically. But, you know, I don't envy what you do, you know, so. But, you know, you guys let me know your thoughts. You know, if you guys are indie filmmakers like Ryan and stuff like that, let me know your thoughts about all this. If you value artistic values, or if you're just kind of looking for money. There's no shame in that, really, if you're just making money, you know. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Gonna pick up my bro now. And like I said, everything is still kind of in a certain spot right now, so hopefully pretty soon we'll be able to discuss all the changes that are happening, and hope you guys like the new look. But until then, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.